What's up everyone, Master King JC here once again. And this time I'm trying to do something new. I'm probably gonna do this like every time an arc in One Piece ends. So I'm gonna be doing like One Piece arc reviews for certain arcs that end to a while in the anime. So this one's gonna be about the Marineford arc. I'm gonna give my just thoughts on what I thought about how Toei handled the Marineford arc in the anime and the contrast between the manga. So the Marineford arc in the anime, it was a little bit subpar. It was below my expectations a lot. Now, was it good? Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't great in the anime. It wasn't great. It could have been a lot better if Toei knew how to handle their shit. Now, the major problem with this arc was the pacing and some art inconsistencies and stuff like that. So, the pacing. So, Toei's doing this whole one chapter the manga equals one episode in the anime. So, because of that, they had to slow down their pacing. Because if you read the Marineford arc, if you're following the chapters week by week, you know that the pacing was fast. It was really fast. It was like there were probably like 3 or 4 double page spreads, which took up like one scene in like 2 pages. Like when Whitebeard arrived in the manga, that stuff went by real fast. That was a fast chapter. You could read down like 3 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes at the most. But with the anime, they have a set time limit. They have up to 22 to 23 minutes to make a good episode, which means they got to drag it out and slow down the pacing and add in mini filler, which is filler put in between the canon in episodes. We had Buggy filler, Hancock filler, Kobe and Helmeppo filler, all kinds of random filler that was shoved in there because they need to make room. They need to stretch it out. And some scenes were stretched out to god awful lengths, like Luffy versus Garp. That shit was really stretched out. It took up like half an episode for Luffy just to punch Garp. Took like half an episode. And the part where Luffy versus Kobe, that shit in the manga, that was 1 page. That was one fucking page, and that lasted like 3 or 5 minutes at the most. I believe it was 3 or 5 minutes. It wasn't half an episode. It was just 3 or 5 minutes. And also, I want to go over the art. The art was pretty inconsistent because, well, every week there's always like a new art director. And the thing is, the entire episode, most of the episode could have like pretty mediocre artwork. But then when you get to that really important part in the episode, it's gonna be like this. Woo, the art's gonna get really good. Like when Luffy freed Ace, the episode had like okay art, but when you got that scene where Ace was freeing his guy out of fire, I was like, the art just got amazingly better all of a sudden. And then you have scenes where they give like an art jump and stuff that doesn't even need like good art. Like when they show like a random group of pirates, they all look really well drawn. But the other important characters, they look pretty mediocre at best. You had Luffy facing the 3 admirals. You had Akainu doing his meteor shower technique with his magma that came from the sky. You had Whitebeard versus Akainu. You had Luffy using his haki. You had Luffy versus Smoker. All that stuff had good animation. Because why? Those were important parts in the arc that people were interested in. Oh, and also Marco versus Kizaru. That shit was really well animated. Marco transforming his shit. That was one of the best animations in like the first half of the arc. The Marineford arc in the manga was like 30 chapters, and in the anime it was 30 episodes. So if someone's watching this, they're gonna be like, oh, this shit's like running too long and shit. Well, of course it's running long. I mean, it's doing the whole one chapter equals one episode bullshit. And now, is this thing. Let's say that the episode starts off really big, and then they have to stretch it out and pull in fucking Buggy filler and fucking Hancock filler, which I cannot fucking stand. I cannot fucking stand the Buggy and Hancock filler. You take like Buggy had filler that lasted at least 5 fucking minutes. 5 fucking minutes of Buggy and his bullshit. I was getting tired of it. Then you had Hancock, who was swooning over Luffy, and she has this daydream where she's gonna marry him and stuff. It totally took away from the action of the episode. It almost ruined the entire episode. And this war was bloody, and I want to get the stuff that was censored, pretty much. Well, most of you guys know, Whitebeard loses half his face in the manga. But that's too gruesome for a Sunday morning cartoon show in Japan, which I completely understand. So they had to censor it. He didn't lose half his face, he just lost half his mustache, which I'm okay with. Because people were complaining the fuck about this. You guys gotta realize, like I said before, One Piece comes on Sunday morning in Japan, and there are gonna be kids watching it. So I don't think their parents would approve of them watching a guy with half a face and his brains fucking flowing out of his head or something. And this is the anime, and they move around too much, so they can't really like show it from like a different angle because the characters gotta be moving a lot. They can't just show it from like one angle. It's like so like just now, no matter how gory, disgusting Japanese television may be, I'm pretty sure that most of that shit comes on at nighttime, at least, or late night stuff. This is early morning, alright? Japan still has morals and what's I'm looking for? Morals and decency and stuff like that most of the time. And then after Ace died and Whitebeard died, shit started to get a lot better. They finally decided to put in fight filler. Fight filler was the one thing that could have made this arc great, in my opinion. Instead of using fucking Buggy filler, Hancock filler, and focusing on random characters we don't care about, they could have used filler for fights that started in the manga, but when we see those characters again, they're not fighting anymore. We're like, what just happened? I thought they were fighting. What just happened? They could have showed the fights like extended in the anime and stuff. I don't care if it's filler. They could have showed like what's that fight? Crocodile versus Doflamingo. We see them fight for like 1 second, then we come back and they're in different places. What happened? They could have showed them fighting. That would have been awesome. They could have shown more filler with the Giants, who were there one episode, and for like 10 or 20 episodes they disappear, and then they reappear in the last episode. I'm like, where the fuck did the guys go? And also, they showed Jonathan from the G8 filler arc appearing at Marineford before the arc even started. And guess what? He was not in the entire arc. What was the point of showing him before the arc arriving at Marineford if he's not gonna be in it? If he's not gonna be in it! I mean, come on, son. Come on, son. So, overall, the arc was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. It was good. I know some of you may disagree and say, the arc was fucking awesome. That's because those were those, like the little scenes I'm talking about, the ones with the really great animation. Those scenes were the ones that got you all excited, like Marco versus Kizaru and Luffy facing the admirals, and Ace getting freed, and Luffy using Haki and all that stuff. Stuff that had really great animation. That stuff fucking got you excited. And those little scenes right there, those are probably enough to make you like happy about the arc. But the thing is, those scenes, they were spread out like, boop, this good scene happens. Bad scene, okay scene, adequate scene, weird scene, good scene, bad scene, weird scene, adequate scene, good scene, bad scene, weird scene, adequate scene, really good scene with really great animation, filler, buggy filler, really good scene, good animation, buggy filler. You see what I'm saying? So yes, the Marineford arc, it was good. That's just my opinion. And actually, it really was good. But it wasn't great because the art and pacing and lack of fighting filler, which would have been amazing, was not in the arc. So Toei really dropped the ball on that right there. They spent all their money on focusing on good animation, like Ace's death, Whitebeard's death. Hopefully, they may turn this arc into a movie. I could totally see this arc working better as a movie. It's just me. This arc will look a lot better as a movie. That way we get faster pacing, consistent animation, stuff like that. So yeah, Marineford, I'm gonna give it a. Let's see, what's the score out of 5? I'll give it a. Okay, I'll give it a 3.9 out of 5. 3.9 out of 5. So yeah, it's Master King JC. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Comment, rate,